Hey Drew, my name is Brandon Weiss. I'm the business manager with Genesis Cleaning. So it's a pleasure to meet you. Do you want to join me for a minute?
Please.
Great, thank you so much. So just to introduce myself and what I do here at Genesis, my job is really just to help you do a few things. First is just to complete and review all your paperwork today. Number two is I am here to assist in all your funding needs. So if you have any questions there, please feel welcome to ask.
Okay.
And lastly, we just want to get you out here as quickly as possible with your new car.
Okay.
Do you mind if I begin?
Please.
Thank you very much. So just for titling purposes, we want to make sure that we have your name spelled correctly as you'd like it to appear. First name is Andrew, A-N-D-R-E-W. Last name is Castro, C-A-S-T-R-O.
That's correct.
Great. And your current address is 153 Main Avenue. Awesome. And today you're getting a 2023 Genesis GV60. Congratulations on going electric.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing the same myself pretty soon here.
Okay.
Just to confirm, the color is Cardiff Green, and it has 22 miles.
Yeah.
Awesome. Looks like you're also trading in a vehicle with us today. It's a 2018 Toyota Camry. And it looks like you do have a payoff balance there of $9,597. Now, did you confirm this payoff, or did Partner help you out?
We did it together.
Did it together? Okay, that sounds great. And do you have a remaining balance, maybe on any service contracts or maintenance contracts we need to cancel for you today?
No.
No? Okay, fantastic. And we're able to move on to your insurance coverage here. Right here it says that we're insured with JMFE Insurance, is that right?
Yeah.
Great, and your policy number ends in 3210.
Yep.
Awesome, and it looks like we do have the phone number and agent listed there, so that's fantastic. Have you had the chance to contact your agent about the new GV60 you're getting today?
I talked to him yesterday, yeah.
Talked to him yesterday? Awesome. And do you have full insurance coverage?
I do, yes.
You do? Fantastic. And how much is your deductible?
It's $500.
It's $500? Okay, great. Everything looks good there. I just want to review a few figures with you. This is your selling price of the vehicle. You'll be giving us a total down payment today of $3,000. And that's going to bring your remaining unpaid balance to this figure right here, okay?
Okay.
Now, Drew, the other questions I'm going to move into here are pertaining to your credit. Do you feel comfortable talking here? Would you feel more comfortable maybe moving into the business office?
Here's fine.
Here's fine? Okay, great. So first thing I want to ask here with your credit application is, did you fill this out yourself, or did Parham help you with this?
I filled it out.
You filled it out yourself? Okay, cool. It's probably going to have everything correct, but let's just review before we send this over to your lender. It looks like you work for Pinnacle Corporation. You've been there for a little over 6 years. You are a maintenance technician.
Yes.
And your annual income is $52,500. Awesome. And for your annual income, is that before taxes or after taxes?
Before taxes.
It's before taxes, okay. And do you have any other additional income?
No.
You don't? Okay. Now, before I move on to your credit, would you say that your score is good, bad, maybe somewhere in between?
Probably somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between? Okay. And what makes you say that?
I know there was a couple things I went into collections, and then I had a few delinquencies, so that's most likely gonna put it somewhere in between.
Okay, sure. So taking a look at your credit file here, there may be a few things the lender's gonna ask me about. The one I wanna focus on is your Toyota Motor line of credit. It looks like you've had a few delinquencies around that 30-day period. If you don't mind my asking, what happened there?
So for a couple of those, basically it was an auto pay situation where my card got stolen, and then I just forgot to put the new card information in there, and then there was a couple of them that were earlier, and COVID happened, lost my job, but I ended up catching up with that one, so yeah.
Okay, great. So your Toyota Motor line of credit, you've had a chance to catch up on those payments?
Yes.
Great. And if the lender does ask, are you able to provide proof of that?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I think we have enough here to help me get your paperwork started.
Okay.
Are you familiar with an iPad?
Yeah.
You are? Great. So what I have here is a new ownership survey for you to complete. What that's going to allow us to do is once you get back to the business office, it'll really help expedite the process, okay?
Okay.
Here's the iPad for you. And if you want to give me maybe 10 or 15 minutes just to get your paperwork started, I'll be right back to grab you.
All right.
And congratulations again.
Thank you.
Hey Drew, thank you for your patience. Great to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Hey, so I see that you've agreed to a monthly payment of $488.57. I want to let you know that you can take delivery of the vehicle today at that monthly payment on approved credit. This is going to be your $8 right here.
Okay.
And based on some of the answers you just provided on that ownership survey, third-party websites such as Edmunds.com, as well as data from previous guests who have purchased products on the same car as yourself, we believe that these product options are most likely to benefit you. Our driver needs analysis plan does include our vehicle service contract. That's gonna help protect your new GV60 for 5 years, all the way up to 75,000 miles, okay?
Okay.
You did mention that you drive about 15,000 miles per year, right? And you've been in the car for about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what this plan does is it includes our platinum mechanical breakdown coverage. That's gonna pay for the parts and labor due to the failure of any covered component.
Mm-hmm.
And that also comes with a $0 deductible for you. Our plan also includes our car care service. You mentioned that you like to do your service here at the dealership and that you bring your car in every 5,000 miles, right?
Yeah.
So what this is going to cover every time you bring in your vehicle is lube, oil, filter, tire rotation, all that stuff you'll need, as well as a 15-point vehicle inspection.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you can bring that to us every 10,000 miles for 3 years, all the way up to 35,000 miles, okay?
Okay.
And lastly, your driver's needs analysis is going to include your total loss protection. A lot of our guests might know that as GAP coverage.
Mm-hmm.
In case you're not familiar, what GAP is going to do is that may waive the remaining balance on a financial contract if your insurance company declares your car a total loss and you're not paying the full balance on that financial contract.
Okay.
So these are your payment options below.
Mm-hmm.
We do recommend that you review your product contracts for other benefits, additions, or possible exclusions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before I move on to your total coverage option, do you have any other questions that I feel to help with regarding the driver's needs analysis?
No.
Not at this time? Okay. The total coverage then is going to include everything we discussed in your driver's needs analysis.
Mm-hmm.
But in addition to that, it's also included a few other product options that we think are really likely to benefit you specifically, okay?
Okay.
First one I want to review is your road hazard tire and wheel.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 5-year unlimited mile premium plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to pay to replace your tires or wheels if they are damaged by a covered road hazard event. And you can make unlimited claims on that plan for the full 5 years, okay?
Okay.
We also include Ding Shield. This is going to help keep your new GV60 in like new condition. We're going to cover any dents, dings, all the way up to the size of a credit card without
Mhm.
any painting, sanding, or bonding.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, we're also going to include your Carefree Frame Protection. This is great here in San Diego, especially with all the corrosion that occurs from the salt air. It's also going to carry and cover all those normal things, tree sap, even acid rain, cloud damage, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Another great benefit here is it's actually going to cover your interior seats as well as your floor mats. So those will be completely stain protected for you as well, okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm going to ask you to select one of these options, but before I do that, I want to make sure that everything's clear, and if you have any questions, I'll address them now.
No, I don't have any questions.
No questions? Okay, so if you don't mind just clicking on the option that best suits your needs, and we'll just get your signature below.
I think I'm just gonna stick with my base payment.
You're just going to stick with your base payment?
Yeah.
That's no problem. Let's help you through your paperwork here, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. So Andrew, I've had a great time catching up with you over the past few minutes, and I have to say I'm a little curious. What was it about the vehicle service contract that concerned you?
It just costs too much, man.
It's just the cost?
Mhm.
Okay, I can totally understand that. Sometimes it's hard to justify the cost of something if we can't see the value.
Mm-hmm.
To see if the vehicle service contract may actually be cost effective for you, would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Go ahead.
Hey, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
So, as an example, let's say that your lender today was not requiring full insurance coverage for your brand new GV60. Is it fair to say that you would still get your vehicle fully protected before you drove it off?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And how much would you say that your insurance costs every year?
$1,000.
$1,000?
Yeah.
Okay. And you also mentioned that you have a deductible of $250, $500. Is that correct?
Yeah, 500. Yeah.
All right. And let's just say that you had a few traffic tickets this year. What do you think might happen to your insurance rates?
They probably go up.
Yeah, they might go up, right? And heaven forbid you actually had to make a few insurance claims this year. What might happen to your coverage then?
Well, they might not renew my coverage.
Yeah, they may actually not renew your coverage. So for those two reasons alone, you're probably like the rest of us where, with insurance, we're just going to make those major claims, kind of let all the minor stuff go, right?
Yeah.
That being said, it's still probably worth spending that $5,000 over 5 years and the $1,000 yearly to protect the exterior of your vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
That being said, don't you think it also makes sense to protect the thousands of components inside your vehicle for only $360 a year?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to include a $100 deductible.
Mm-hmm.
With our vehicle service plan, your rates can never go up, no matter how many claims you make. Also, they can never cancel your agreement, no matter how many times you use it, okay? So it cannot be canceled. And keep in mind, you can also use this not just for the major stuff that breaks, but even the small stuff. You're more than welcome to make all those minor claims, as many as you need, okay?
Yeah.
So it covers both major and minor events. And the 5-year cost of our vehicle service plan is only $1,860. Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm gonna ask you to review this chart here. And after looking this over, what do you think makes more sense for yourself?
Well, this one.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. So I guess the only question I have left for you is, would you like your payments to start in 30 days or 45?
Let's go 45.
45 days? Awesome. So if I could just have you select this option here, and we'll just get your signature right down there at the bottom, okay? I guess the only question I have left for you is, what are your plans this weekend with the new car?
Drive it, man. Drive it.
Awesome. Hey, congratulations again, okay?
Thank you.
Great to meet you, Jim.